We the millennials. For real, we back and we working. All of these clowns like to stay in the circus. They do. K-Dot be bringing the proof, but none of these people like hearing the truth.
I'm not a fluke, I'm not a rat, I'm not a snake, cause I got your back. Now listen up closely as we spit facts. Now listen up closely and just relax.
Millennials versus the world. Okay. Millennials versus the world. Okay. Millennials versus the world. Okay. Millennials versus the world. What's up? Millennials versus the world. What's up? Millennials versus the world. Okay. Millennials versus the world. What's up?
Millennials versus the world.
What up, man? It's your boy K-Dot Mims from Millennials versus the World. As y'all know, I hope if you haven't done so already, man, I hope you checked out episode 70. So today I got a very special guest with me, man. I've been knowing her since high school. Major hustler. She's doing her damn thing in this world, man. Really great person. I want y'all to say what up to Princess, man. What up, Princess? Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. How are you?
Absolutely, I'm good. I just want to check in with you first. How you doing during these crazy times with the pandemic, 2020 being rough? Like, how you holding up during all that?
Man, it's a crazy time.
It is.
Right
It
now.
is. It is.
Just getting adjusted to being at home, working from home. Are you working from home?
Yeah, I am too. I don't like it at all, bro. It's different.
I would prefer to go into the office like maybe 2 to 3 times a week and then work the other days at home, like ideally. But lately I've been working like all 5 days at home. So it's been an adjustment.
I'm gonna be real with you. I hate working at home. I'd rather go into the reason why I'd rather go into the building is because when I'm at work, I know I'm at work, and when I'm at home, I get to do what I get to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
you get sidetracked.
you fit quick. I can't be at home on no Zoom meeting supposed to be chilling, talking about this, and I'm really thinking about whatever else I'm supposed to be doing. But
Right.
have y'all North Carolina opened back up though, right?
We're in I think it's phase 2. So like the gyms aren't back open yet. But restaurants and like salons, as far as barbershops and nail salons and stuff like that, they open back up at 50% capacity.
So how you been handling the social distance thing? You only got this few people you trust that you could be around, and it don't matter. How you been handling that? Because I've been struggling heavy.
Pretty much. Just recently I've kind of started being around more people. But before that, it was pretty much just my siblings and like my mom. But like my birthday was this past Thursday, so I had a little small sip and paint, and that was rough because my birthday, like that's like,
dope. Happy birthday, happy belated. That's what's up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But like my birthday is always a time where I just get like all of my friends together, so it was rough for me this year, along with like everybody really. Just not having everyone around. So I did a small sip and paint with like 9 people.
Okay.
So I didn't want more than that in my house.
That's dope. Hey, if you got the right 9 people, it's gonna be dope anyway, though. You feel me?
Nah, it was really fun though, and it was virtual. Like the instructor was virtual.
Oh, that's what's up. So real quick before we get started, I wanted to ask, like, do you feel like when all this stuff is over that life will normalize again, or do you feel like we're forever going to a different life than we're used to? Does that make sense what I'm asking?
No, I get what you're saying. I definitely feel like it's going to be different. I think this is a time where it's definitely challenging employers, especially like with the whole work from home situation, because some people, like some employers, they let their employees work from home, and some people are just like, no, no work from home at all. You have to come to the office. This is kind of force everybody, unless you're literally like a healthcare worker or, fast food, grocery store, pharmacy, something like that. Everybody corporate wise is basically you're working from home. And I think it proves to the company that it can be done. Business can still be ran. And also they save money because they don't have to maintain, everything in the building, to house everybody. So I definitely feel like things will change. And as far as just, I don't know, being around a large group of people, like,
it makes me so nervous
out
now.
Yeah, it's coming out now. All the homecomings and everything are canceled. I already made up in my mind I wasn't going to homecoming anyway. So I'm like,
I wasn't either.
Thanks y'all for announcing it. But I'm just thinking like homecomings, concerts, even just going to church. Like it's just I don't know.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like some type of normal will come back. I don't think that it will ever be like normal how we thought, because even now, like I was in Walmart the other day, and when my wife being with child or whatever, I don't let her go everywhere because it's crazy out here or whatever. And now I'm in Walmart and I'm like, yo, I see like 50, 60 people. I'm like, bro, I ain't about to be in here too long. Like, I'm not about to, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know if I would ever lose that feeling, no matter if things open back up, months go by, anything like that. But
Yeah.
I just wanted
It's
to pick your. Say again.
I said, yeah, it's a little scary.
It is. But
Yeah.
the first thing I want to say is, like, the first thing I want to kind of dive into, like, I know we've been knowing each other for a while, and like you've always, like, as long as I've seen you on social media, if we pass me, like, you've always been into like health and fitness and try to stay on top of that. So, like, for people that don't know, like, what makes you passionate about those things? Like, what made you take that route in life? But just trying to stay healthy, even though we all should, everybody doesn't, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, it starts from the fitness part. That comes from like way elementary. You couldn't see me in field day, okay? So
Yeah.
like it starts from like way back then. I've always loved to be active. I've always loved running.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I don't want to say sport. I didn't do like Pop Warner and all that type of stuff. So I don't want to say sports don't really count till middle school, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But starting in middle school, I ran track.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a cheerleader. And then I also did the same thing in high school as well, where I met you.
Yep.
So, and then after high school, I did not run track in college. But just still had a passion for just fitness.
Yeah.
At that time, it wasn't so much about the health side.
Okay.
I will say, mainly because I don't know, like, I don't really know many people like high school or anything where their diet is like superb. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like we were at Sonic before games and
every time.
like everything. So, and it was just like, and still had a great body. That's what you call youth.
Yes.
But
hey, that joint leaves you. I'm telling you, it get rough.
It's leaving us.
Yeah, feel me.
But yeah, so at first it was like really, really heavy on the fitness side, not so much on the health side and eating healthy things. But that kind of transitioned over, I'll say, like within the past 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did that for you? What made it be more like, no, I'm still into fitness, but I need to focus a little bit more on the health side. I need to really do something different. Like, what was it that changed that frame of mind for you that made you start focusing on both?
Honestly, I had a life-changing moment.
Okay.
And I was depressed. I had gained a lot of weight. And I was living in Arizona. And I moved back to North Carolina. And I came back and I was just like unhappy. And just unhappy from the inside out.
Respect.
And my sister was a wellness coach with Herbalife Nutrition. And so, for the longest, when she started it, I was living in Arizona. So, it was kind of like from a distance, like seeing what she was doing or whatever. But then when I moved back, she was just kind of like, like, try this shake, try this, like, want to get you back healthy, because she knew I was down and everything like that. And so I tried it and I fell in love with the products.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
And it was it was simple. It was giving me more energy. I fell in love with the products. I'm still the type of person, I have to eat breakfast.
Yes,
okay?
me too.
If we're going on a road trip, I'm the one that's going to stop everything. We're going to get me something to eat before we really get this party started. So, but I was also like a Bojangles in the morning type girl, a Jimmy Bean biscuits in the morning type girl, pancake on stick type girl. You know what I'm saying? So that's not the healthiest. But with having the Herbalife meal replacement shakes, it's quick, it's easy, and it's healthy. And I still get my breakfast out of the way. Gotcha. So that pretty much is what kind of molded everything with me going back over into the healthier side of things.
Got you. So so I heard you say, like, you were unhappy and you were dealing with things inside out. So as you made that transition, was it easier? Like, did you see the change when you changed your health, when you got serious about your products and when you started putting better things in your body? Did you see those things help you get better and like help that with that self-confidence?
Yeah.
Because the thing I see, what I'm hearing is that I really want to tap into is, like, I think it's dope that, like, you changing what you put in your body helped you realign your happiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess I think I'm stuck on the self-confidence part. I don't really think I ever really had an issue with like self-confidence. I've always been a confident person, but it is true about when I started changing what I was feeding myself. And that just goes into mentally, spiritually, food-wise and everything. You just feel different. You feel better. And also just looking at myself in the mirror, you know, my body started to change. And it does, it lifts your confidence and makes you feel better about yourself. So those things it just helped me in that time and where I was.
Got you. Absolutely. So when you got your products and you started switching over to the Herbalife thing, and I heard you say your sister did it. So when you first started off, how important was it to have people around you that were kind of investing in their health as well? Like, how important was that for you to learn what the products did and to have those people around you?
It's so important because you don't always feel like it.
Facts.
You know, like, and I'm not always 100% on my game, but you have people in your corner, like-minded people who are like, okay, you know, we kind of got to get back on this meal plan. You got to get back on track, you know, this or that, or just like to encourage you, whether it's your eating habits or your mental health or working out. Because you don't always feel like getting up early in the morning to do a workout, or after a long day at work, you know, getting your workout in. But when you have a workout partner, like, hey, let's go run on the trail at 6 o'clock, you know, you're more prone to be like, okay, you know, whether you dragging out there or not, you're more prone to be like, okay, let me get this work in. Or sometimes I could even be on FaceTime with one of my best friends, and she might be getting ready to do like, you know, since Corona been going on, she might be about to do, or I might be about to do a virtual workout at home, and I'll just pop the phone up and we'll do it together. You know, because it's like, we sitting here talking on the phone, you're not going to talk my head off all night. You got to get the workout in, you know, make something beneficial for the both of us. So it's just very important, fitness-wise, and also just a lot of people don't realize that a lot of your physical health comes from your mental health.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think it's very important, like every single day, what you feed into yourself, just mentally, and spiritually. Everybody's not a spiritual person. I definitely am. But, Herbalife, that's something that I've, you know, really tapped into, where Herbalife is very, very big on personal development.
Yes.
So, and it's truly important if you really want to develop as a person as well as a leader, especially if you're going to run your own business.
Yes, yes.
So basically every morning I start my day, I call it setting the atmosphere for my day.
Absolutely.
So that's whether it's a podcast, like a motivational podcast, not just talking about anything, you know, podcast, something that's actually feeding me.
Absolutely.
I listen to a motivational podcast or just something on YouTube, like a motivational video, or I'll listen to a sermon, or I'll just listen to gospel music. Like, I never just start my day with trap music.
That's after 10 o'clock stuff. That ain't early in the morning.
And that's not what my mental can't be on that at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's very important how you start your day, because the way you start your day, the rest of your day will feed off of that. So that's important.
So I heard you say, and that's another question I have for you. Like, so you don't feel like doing it all the time. Like, you are on it. Yeah. Fact. So like having those people, because I see you on social media, you be getting it in with the walks and with the exercise, and I see that and I respect that. So like, how would you advise, well, you can't tell people to do, but how do you handle when you're struggling day to day? Like, not every day, but when you don't feel like doing, what's something that you do that maybe people could that could help others when they feel like they don't want to do it? Because that's a big part of it. A lot of us can't get over that hump.
Yeah, a lot of it is commitment. And to be honest, a lot of people don't stay committed to a lot of things in life, whether it's, you know, health and wellness or just anything. So again, first off, it's important to have a group of accountability partners. And also just finding out, why am I doing this? You know, like, what is your why? Some people, short-term goal, their why might be, it's summertime and I want to be fine on the beach. You know, that goes for male or female. I want to turn heads when I walk by. You know, I'm not going to have on much clothes. That may be your why. So you might not feel like going to the gym, but you know, you're going to be in a bikini all summer. Sometimes that is what pushes people.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's because I'm tired of paying for these medical bills.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
sometimes
for sure.
it depends on like what is your motivation to actually change your life.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
Yeah.
that's what it is. And like for me, working out, like, it helps me relieve stress.
So let me ask you this, because I'm a person that can go for a run just because I like doing it. Is
Mm-hmm.
working out one of those things where you enjoy doing it, or you just do it because you know you have to? Because I know we were athletes, so we always
Mm-hmm.
been around fitness. You know what I'm saying? But now where you at, where you have your own business, you have a job. Like, is working out one of those things you know you have to do it to get what you want, or you still thoroughly enjoy it in some way?
It's both.
Oh, okay.
For me, because a lot of times people will ask you the question, what's easier for you? Is it working out or is it eating healthy?
Mm-hmm.
Some people, eating healthy is the easier thing for them to do.
Mm-hmm.
For me, working out is much easier than eating healthy.
Me too. Agreed. Hands down. Hands down.
Like, if you say, you know, do you want to work out today? I'm more prone to say yes than do you want a bowl of chickpeas? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
no, actually, I do not. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
yeah, I do.
I love working out. I love the rush that I get from it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, if I'm having a bad day or something like that, I can get a workout in and push myself mentally,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll feel better. You know, the situation might not be over, whatever it is that I'm dealing with, or
Absolutely.
whatever, with a bad day from work or whatever, but it just makes you get in your zone and kind of just focus on yourself for the 45 minutes, an hour, or however long it is that you work out. And, you know, that's what I enjoy.
Absolutely. So, and before we get into, some of the products that you really like that you want to use, I just want to tap in and really ask you about, how is it like having a career, having a business on the side, really focusing on your health. So how has it been balancing those things?
It can be rough.
Agreed.
Especially when you work a full-time job and you're trying to manage a business.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing with being around people who are like-minded. You want to be around people who have their own businesses, whether it's, a part-time business or a full-time business, but, just so you can feed off of each other. What do you do? That type of thing.
Absolutely.
But a lot of people don't realize that it's as well, I don't want to say difficult, but it gets difficult sometimes.
Absolutely.
That's just majority of the time I run my business off of Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people who don't run a business on Instagram would think, like, oh, that's just a piece of cake. But no, you have to pay attention to, okay, like, who actually likes my pictures?
Mm-hmm.
What does my audience enjoy? Like, mm-hmm. For me personally, I noticed that my audience enjoys actually seeing my face more than me just posting a product. Mm-hmm. Like certain, like, the things like that you have to pick up on. Mm-hmm. Also, just when to post. You have to remember to post.
Yes.
It's not like your
drop them gems on them.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm trying to help the people.
You feel me? Yeah, that's what's up.
It's not like your personal Instagram was just like, oh, well, I look cute today, so let me post something on my timeline, like on my feed, or let me post it on my story. It's like, no, I have to post something on my story whether I feel like it.
Yes.
Because if you're not active, then people forget about you.
Absolutely. Hands down.
So we're living in a fast-paced society, in a fast-paced world, and it's not slowing down for you, for me, for any of us.
Yeah.
So, when you disappear, people forget about you because it's somebody else that's, that does Herbalife.
Quick too. And it's quick
somebody
too.
else with a podcast.
Yes.
If you're not consistent with it, then people forget. And it's like when I'm at work, especially when I was in the office.
Yes.
It's difficult to remember, like, oh, dang, I literally have not posted anything for like the past 3 days.
Yes.
Because you get caught up with life.
Yes.
So it's just, it can be.
So like, and to be transparent, I've dealt with the same thing, even with the podcast, with the brand, different things. For me, it's like, I don't think people, first of all, the new algorithm is very different. It's like, with Instagram, right. It's very different. But I don't think people really understand that, like, literally, one day you could have the best engagement day. You may make a sale, do whatever. The next day, if you wait 2 days and post again, it's like the same people that were that engaged have already found somebody else to replace you. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so I definitely feel where you're coming from on that. And that kind of segue into my next question. With you being, having Herbalife, how hard is it to get people to invest in their health? Like to get others to invest in their health and see it as important as you see it?
It can be very difficult. You definitely get a lot of no's, but that's what in any business.
Yeah.
But especially for health,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely will say, because people hear the price, right?
Yes.
Because healthy things are a little bit more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it is people don't like to pay the money in the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll go to Chick-fil-A 6 days a week because they're closed on Sunday, so they're not open 7 days.
Yeah.
And you'll give them a good $9 each visit.
Yep.
About 20 if you got more than 2 people in the car.
Facts. You speaking facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you will not get this meal replacement and this protein for $100, but you spend about $100 in a week on food.
Agreed.
Between lunch and dinner.
Yes.
But these 2 canisters are gonna last you for a month. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
But people don't want to pay the money right then. They rather give you $10, give Chick-fil-A or McDonald's or wherever $10 a day.
Absolutely.
So that's always difficult. Same thing with coffee. Herbalife has a iced coffee, high protein. Mm-hmm. People will give Starbucks. You know how long this Starbucks line be?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Like,
yes.
People go through the Starbucks. They pay for the car behind them,
Yeah.
Jolly morning,
Yeah.
And they pay for that. Some people go to Starbucks every day or Dunkin' Donuts every day to get coffee.
Mm-hmm.
That adds up.
It does. And so like in our community, because right now it's big in the Black community and things like that. What do you see that needs to happen for people to kind of change their narrative about health? Because let me put myself out there. I was what you just said. Chick-fil-A, 5 days a week, I spend it here and now. And then like I realized that sometimes I don't want to pay money on the front end because I don't know the result after I pay this $100. A lot of people get scared of whatever they get. They don't know how your body's going to react to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think, like, I'm glad you came on because people need to educate themselves on things like that you have that will actually help them. I don't think we know how bad some of the fast food that we put in our body for this $9 versus a meal replacement shake that will have everything that your body needs in order to be better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like with that being said, like what are some of the products that you offer for like meal replacements or things like that that really help people? That will be something good for somebody to start on that will help them.
Well, first, before I get into that, let me just say this about the whole thing about feeling unsure. Because that's like a major thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I've been there.
Feeling unsure, you're saying feeling unsure about what?
Like you said, feeling unsure about the end result.
Yes.
End result and what you're putting in your body and everything
Absolutely.
Like that. Right? So this is how I feel about that. And we've all been there, so I'm not knocking anybody.
Yep.
But you don't go through the McDonald's drive-thru and question them about them burgers or them chicken nuggets.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Facts. Yeah.
I mean, we gotta really get into it. Like, you're not like, oh, well, I saw on YouTube that those chicken nuggets are made out of whatever. You go through the drive-thru and you order the number whatever, a 10-count chicken nugget meal with the fries and the sweet tea.
Yes.
Supersize it.
Yes.
So, but it's like if I tell you this is healthy, people are like, well, geez, I have to consult with my physician.
Yeah, that's crazy. So how tough is it having those conversations with your clients? Like letting them know, like, no, it's not easy. Yes, because people think you don't have to put work in when you're dealing with your health. People think that you just can drink something and then you don't have to do nothing else. I'm going to go on about my regular day, and that's not it. So, like, how is it having those conversations with your clients when it comes to that health talk?
You just have to help people realize that it's a lifestyle change. If you're looking for a quick fix,
that's what's
up. You may get a quick fix, but you'll be back to where you started. You may drop the 30 pounds and 40 pounds, But if it doesn't become your lifestyle, then it's going to be so easy for you to revert back.
Can you kind of expand on that when you say lifestyle change? Because I don't think everybody understands when you say
Yeah.
lifestyle change how much of a change that is. So can you kind of expand on that?
Yeah. So when I say lifestyle change, it literally becomes a part of your everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I wake up in the mornings, sometimes I prep my shakes at night if I don't feel like waking up early enough, if I'm going to work in the morning. But like in the mornings, I know my breakfast is going to be a healthy meal. It's going to be a shake.
Absolutely.
You know, that's part of my lifestyle. And the way that I know this is a part of my lifestyle is because when I travel,
Mm-hmm.
I take my products.
Got you.
Not just shakes, and that's another thing. Herbalife is not just shakes, but I'm talking about that when you asked me about some products.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that I'm gonna take that. Like my friends know, it doesn't matter whether we're traveling far, we got to get on an airplane, whether it's just a road trip and I'm going to Charlotte or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
I have my products
Mm-hmm.
with me. They
That's
know
what's
that
up.
that's my lifestyle. They know that even if they don't have a blender, I will shake my shake.
I know that's
like,
right. Yeah, yeah. That's what's up.
That's no problem. I'm not being a burden to you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this is me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's what I mean by a healthy lifestyle. And I'm not even just talking meal replacement shakes or anything like
Mm-hmm.
that. It's skincare.
Absolutely.
It's just vitamins, you know, that you actually take. That becomes a part of your everyday routine. Some people wake up in the morning and they don't take any type of vitamin. Some people don't take anything for their immune system. Like they just wake up and just, you know, start their day. But that's all a part of my everyday life. That's a part of my lifestyle. So that's what I mean by a lifestyle change. And when somebody, you know, does like the healthy lifestyle and they stick to it, yeah, you may be really, really focused for a certain amount of time and you lost a large amount of weight.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as you don't just throw the whole lifestyle away and just go back to your old ways, you'll continue to lose weight or at least maintain it.
Yes.
You know, but some people just drop 40 pounds and then go right back to what they were doing. And that's what I mean by it's not their lifestyle. They just did it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, okay, well, that was cool. Or, you know, I did a good job. And then they reverted back to their old ways. They don't make it a part of their everyday life.
Okay. So I have another question about that. It's a lot of people that don't understand balance. Like when you do make that lifestyle change, a lot of people think that you still can't have fun with entertainment and things of that nature. So like, what would be some advice you give to people that's trying to balance that lifestyle change? If they did, you know, everybody likes to enjoy themselves how they like to enjoy it. So like,
Right.
how is it balancing that lifestyle change for people that still like to enjoy themselves?
Everything in moderation. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't eat French fries anymore. Or I don't eat fried chicken anymore. Or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's everything in moderation.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I do, like I monitor like my sweets.
Yes.
When you open up my pantry, if I had kids or if kids live with me, they'd be disappointed. You know, I don't keep a lot of just honey buns and chocolate and all that type. Yeah, stuff that will tempt me. I do not keep that in my pantry. So that's one thing. And also like sodas.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much I drink water.
Yeah, me too. I feel
like just period. I really don't even drink juice really.
Mm-hmm.
I drink water and it helps me feel better about turning up when I drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Like are we being real? Like
for sure. You already know.
Like, you know, so it's like I drink water. I don't drink alcohol. I'm not saying it like that. I don't drink alcohol all the time, but you know what I'm saying? Like
balance. You saying balance?
It's about a balance.
Yeah.
So because you know alcohol has a lot of calories.
It does, and what used to kill me is like I will run. You know what I'm saying? I will eat healthy, but on the weekends the calorie intake was so bad it will basically wipe out all that. So I had to realize like moderation, because the thing is, it's not really about. I don't think people understand the small dosage of alcohol, how many calories small doses have. So you don't even have to drink a lot to get a lot of calories on top of what you ate that day. So people don't even think about that. So like, it's not just that by itself. It's whatever you ate on top of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's good. And then, but I do want to, give people a chance to see like what type of products you offer and like what they do for you, some of your favorite ones. And I know like a chance to expand on how it's more than just shakes and skincare, things of that nature. So what are some
Yeah.
products that you like working with that you really recommend?
So I have 4 like right here with me that I'm going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I do not have the meal replacement shake and the protein mix
Mm-hmm.
with me.
Mm-hmm.
Not because that's not one of my favorite products, because it is. I take it every day. Well, I drink it every day, but I just feel like when people hear Herbalife nutrition, they automatically think of a shake,
Yes.
right? And they automatically feel like somebody's trying to force them to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to, force you to lose weight. I just want you to be healthy.
Yes.
And skinny doesn't mean healthy.
Facts.
And a lot of people feel that way. So I want to talk about some other products that people don't realize that Herbalife Nutrition has to offer.
Absolutely.
So, these 2 right here, this one is called it's a part of the Herbalife skin line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really big on the Herbalife skincare. I know you probably be seeing me on my page, like skin, Herbalife skin.
Uh-huh.
But this is the collagen beauty booster.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in a powdered form and a strawberry lemonade flavored.
Oh,
I drink this every day. And back up. Collagen beauty booster, for those who don't know, collagen helps with fine lines and wrinkles.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also has, like the elasticity of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
And also it has biotin in it for healthy hair, skin, and nails.
Yep.
So I drink this every day, where you can drink it in just a plain cup of water, because it's strawberry lemonade flavor. It's like a powder.
Mm-hmm.
But I most times drink it in my tea in the mornings, or I'll put a scoop of it in my shake. So it kind of changes my shake flavor. Like right now in the kitchen, I have the pina colada shake, and I put a scoop of this in here, and it kind of tastes, because it's strawberry lemonade, it kind of tastes like a strawberry Starburst.
Got you.
So it's really good. This right here is something that I feel, it's the multivitamin.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you don't do anything else, you should be taking a multivitamin.
Yes, agreed. It took me a long time to really understand that.
This has 21 essential minerals and vitamins in it. So if you not interested in any other product, the multivitamin is something, that you definitely should at least have in your healthcare regimen.
Yes.
And also this has biotin in it as well. So when I'm posting stuff about like hair growth and stuff like that, most times I'll post the beauty booster and the multivitamin together, because both of them have biotin in it. Because a lot of times I get questions like, what vitamins do you take for your hair? And these are the 2 that I typically do for my hair, skin, and nails.
Gotcha.
And then also a probiotic. That's something also.
Educate us, because I'm stuck like, oh, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I love hearing this stuff. Yeah.
This is something that everybody should be taking daily as well, whether you're a male or female, but especially for females. pH balance is for your gut.
Mm-hmm.
Like cleaning everything out, like a healthy digestive system, a healthy gut.
Absolutely.
So it's very important that you have a probiotic. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I know that everybody knows that they need a probiotic is because everybody drinks those kombucha drinks.
Mm-hmm.
That has a probiotic in it.
Got you.
Yeah. But that's not like a probiotic in its purest form.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
It does.
But yes, simply probiotic. This one is a powder form. It doesn't have to be refrigerated. You can sprinkle it over your food, or you can put it in a drink. Most times I just put it in my tea, but I definitely take this every single day. And it's important for male and female to take a probiotic every day.
Got you.
And the last one is Liftoff. You've probably seen me talk a lot about Liftoff on my Instagram as well.
Mm-hmm.
This right here, let me show it to you. Well, the box, it looks like, honestly, it looks like a little condom. It does.
It does though, for real.
That's why a lot of times when I post it, I always say safe energy. It's like a joke.
Yeah.
But
it do look like one though.
It looks like a condom. but
does.
it's pomegranate berry flavored, and
Mm-hmm.
it's energy, and also it has like B12 and other vitamins in it as well, and it's energy without the crash. So it's a lot more healthier and safer than drinking Red Bulls or Monster drinks and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fizzy tablet. A lot of times, because like I told you, I drink water pretty much all day long. I drink at least a gallon a day.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times at lunch, you know, because when you have lunch, you want something like a juice or a soda type vibe.
Yes.
So a lot of times I'll just take one and drop it in my cup of water while I'm having my lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a flavor, but it's healthy. That's
Gotcha.
another thing about like balance.
Yes.
You know, because this is making me feel like I'm drinking juice,
Mm-hmm.
but this is not juice. And it's also giving me energy so that when I log back in after lunch,
Yes.
I'm not ready to log right back out.
Because you know that's rough. Yes, that's rough. Yes.
Yeah.
That
So it definitely
yes.
helps you with that midday slump.
Mm-hmm.
So this is another one of my favorite products, and this is for energy. We have several products for energy, but this is my favorite one.
Okay.
But those are the only products that I had. Do you have any questions like, does Herbalife have a product for whatever, you know?
So the reason why I don't personally is because like when you be posting and saying your stuff, I actually be reading it. So I be feeling like I be low key knowing about stuff because you know what I mean? I just, I read it. And I think that the biggest thing for me is like getting it to other people because I'm not an expert. I read and get the information myself. So, you know, that's why I wanted to contact you and trying to get it out there because I see I'm in the middle of making a lifestyle change. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that, you know, the biggest part for me was planning it out and understanding what my body needed because everybody's different. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, I don't have any questions specifically. I really appreciate the fact that you got on to say these things.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about branding.
Yeah.
Just because like, for one, it's kind of difficult for other business owners or other people who are just starting up and they don't necessarily have a training, like an organized training to go to be amongst other business owners and things of that nature for people to get more information. So branding is so important just because people need to know who you are without you opening your mouth.
Agreed.
And that's really important to me. If you see me in the grocery store, I might have on this Herbalife shirt like I have on right now. You know what I'm saying? I'll have my business cards on me. I might have on a button that says I love Herbalife nutrition. Excuse me. Just like the small things. When I go to work, my water bottle has Herbalife nutrition on it. My lunchbox has Herbalife nutrition on it.
Absolutely.
Why? Because it speaks for itself as a part of branding. Because people say, "Oh, where you get that water bottle from?" I've gotten so many people at work just because it's like a huge half a gallon water bottle, right?
Yeah.
And everybody who's on their health kick or whatever, you know, living a healthy lifestyle, they want to drink water. So they see me, I take up time, first of all, at the little filtered water fountain.
Yeah. So they're going to see you filling it up. Yeah.
I fill up my water bottle. You have to wait until I finish.
Yeah.
So, you know, people are like, "Oh, where you get that water bottle from?" And it's like, "Oh, you know, you can go to my website, you know, XYZ." That's how conversations start. But people don't understand how important branding is until you realize somebody who brands like really well.
Yes.
Like, using it as an example, like you probably won't see the CEO of Nike walking around in Adidas.
Facts. That's facts.
You know, but it's like people don't think about it on the larger scale because they think, "Oh, well, I'm just a small business," or, you know, "I'm this or I'm that." But no, you think about yourself however you feel about yourself, and it's going to exude off of you and to others. They're going to see, "Oh, this is how she feels about XYZ." Like, same way how I was saying, I take my products with me when I travel. Some people would do the business and it would end when they leave out of their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they got on the airplane, they wouldn't be taking anything with them. But that, you know, that's not me. Also, like how I said, Herbalife has so many other products, you know, other than shakes or whatever, like skincare. You have to be a product of the product. It doesn't matter what your product is. You know, whether it's sneakers, whether it's t-shirts, you need to be wearing, like you have on your t-shirt right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you have to be a product of that. Herbalife has lotion. I use the lotion.
But you know, another thing real quick, because I can really relate to this and you were just saying it. And I think what other people don't really realize is this, like, no matter what you're selling, when you embody what you really actually believe in, it's no longer about the product, because people see how it's changed you, or people see how you feel about it. So it has a lot to do with, you know, that connection to the person may have with you. Because you can't, like, I don't care how people make something, you can't fake if you're passionate or not. You know what I mean? Like, you can't act like you want. You can do it for a little while, but when it's time to actually when the lights come on, you can't fake being passionate. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like the dime you dropped right before we got back on was like, you was like, you know, when I'm passionate about something, you can speak on it, because I really feel a way about this. You know what I mean? So I think people pick that up from me. And I don't think when you say the branding thing, I don't think people understand. And I hate to say it, sometimes it's us. We feel so defeated by what we put our money into. We put our money into Nike. We put our money in Adidas. We put our money in these big companies. And when we do that, we always think that they never started where we have to start.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's branding is probably outside of marketing, or right there neck and neck, is like one of the biggest tools ever. You know what I mean?
Right. Because branding is a part of marketing.
It is. And it's like, people want to separate that. You can't market something, but when they see you after that commercial goes off, you're nothing like what the actual commercial was about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why I admire the fact that I see you like weekly putting in the exercise, actually putting good stuff in your body. So like, that's a big part of it, that like, that's your everyday life that people don't understand, is like, no, I'm actually just sharing y'all how I already move. It's not about me selling y'all anything.
Right. And that's how I want it to be, because I'm not a salesperson.
Me neither.
Right. I don't like that feeling. I don't even like, you know, when you're walking through the mall and the people be like, hey, look, flat iron your hair.
You be like, yo, chill.
My hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be trying to sell you stuff. I'm not in the business of doing that. I'm literally just in the business of trying to make other people happy and healthier than what they are. That's it. And I'm just sharing my journey. And if you want to join me along the way, I would love for you to do so. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not in the business of trying to convince anybody anything. Because when you see what I'm doing, you can see what it's doing for me. So it's up to you if you want to try. But a lot of times people feel like, oh, well, you know, she's going to try to sell me this or whatever. You know, I'll tell you about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, but I'm not going to try to force it on you. Exactly. You know, I'm not that type of salesy type person. That's why it's also important, like how we were talking about Instagram. People would much rather, like, you remember why I made the comment that I get more engagement on pictures of me and stuff about my personal life than I do just posting a product? Absolutely. That's because people want to be personal with you. Yes. Because people will try something just off the strength of you. Yes. You know, like some like, oh, I know Princess, you know. Yeah. If it works for her or she loves it, you know, let me try it. You know, that type of thing.
So and the reason why I agree with you so much, it's also about like relationships with people. I don't, whether it's blind trust or like built trust, people won't listen to or take information from people they don't trust. So like whatever, that's like even being like transparent about you coming onto the podcast. Like we've always had, you know, a genuine friendship where I didn't feel scared to be like, hey, Princess, come on in, let's rap about this. You know what I mean? Right. Because it's about you really being you. And people, and another thing that I'm gonna say that's an unpopular opinion, everybody's not gonna like it. Some people are not going to like it. It may be because it's you. It may be because they don't like it may be for whatever reason. But a lot of people can't get over that part. And I'm like, dude, it's a world out there. You may not like it. And like you said earlier, you was like, you're gonna get no's. No is a part of the game. You know what I mean? And we get stuck on that so bad because I feel like we want I think it was a post I put a long time, about 2 weeks ago. I was like, we neglect the support or the networks and the circles that we do have for the networks and the circles that we want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like a lot of time when it goes into that branding, we don't even focus on the people that's genuinely ready to put, effort and support inside of us.
Right. And a part of that is sometimes you're looking from support. I don't want to say in the wrong places, but a lot of times you get support quicker from the people who are not as close to you.
Agreed.
Because they don't see the vision yet.
Agreed.
So that part is hurtful, and that's stuff that people don't really talk about.
Yes.
But it has to be said. But you get the most support from strangers and people who are just watching you.
Yep.
And it's like, where you come from? But then you actually realize that these posts, they're making sense to somebody. Like somebody's watching me in a totally different state. And I have no idea who this person is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they'll go to my website and they'll look on my Instagram and see something that I posted, a product or something, a testimony that I gave, and then they'll go make that purchase, and they don't know me.
What helped you get there? What helped you get that, Frank? Because it took me a long time. It took me a long time to understand it. But what helped you get there? And not necessarily just like with your business specifically, but like overall, because that takes time. What helped you get to that place where you understood that, you understood what you understand now about support? What helped you get to that place? Does that question make sense?
Yeah, no, it definitely makes sense. You kind of have to, it comes with personal development. Let's go back to personal development. It comes back to what you're feeding yourself and just that leadership mentality, preparing yourself for a no, preparing yourself for when people do support you. So that it doesn't like knock you off your feet, when it happens or when someone isn't supporting you. Because you're going to get so many no's before you get that one yes.
That's a fact.
And it's all about like planting seeds. That's just like people reach out to me all the time and they ask me a question. I answer it and I don't hear anything.
Yep. Oh, I know. Yes.
If you're not personally developed, that would annoy you.
Yes.
Because this is not like a full-time job where you may be salaried or getting paid hourly. And the saying is time is money. Yep. So, it's like I spent that time educating you on X, Y, and Z and answering all of your questions about blah, blah, blah. And then it was ghost.
Yep.
But it's how do I really want to think about that? Do I think about it as wasted time, or do I think about it as a planted seed that's going to harvest later?
Yep, that's facts.
So it's all about a mindset, and a lot of that, like I said, came from personal development and just going to trainings and being around other like-minded individuals who have those types of stories, who can encourage you, like, yeah, girl, I've been there, I've done that, and just continuing to feed off of that, it helps you. Just when you just feel like nothing's happening.
So I heard you say your sister's a wellness coach as well. So like, did mentorship play a big factor in your growth, in your personal development, or did you kind of like learn things as you went?
Both.
Because I think it's dope that you and your sister, I don't know if y'all do the exact same thing, but it's dope that y'all are in the same vicinity and things. Like she's a wellness coach and you do Herbalife. So I think that's super dope. Is why I asked.
Yeah, we're both wellness coaches with Herbalife Nutrition. So she has definitely taught me a lot. When I go to trainings and stuff, we go together, and that's a part of, again, holding each other accountable. Because just because she's going to the training, I don't have to go to the training. I'm not obligated. But again, it's called, leading by example, or just being a leader. Yeah. So when you have leaders around you, you follow. You do the same thing. You follow suit. So that's pretty much that's pretty much what has happened. And it's beautiful how, of course, we're siblings. She's my sibling, my best friend. And also how we have that business relationship as well, where I can just feed off of her. We can bounce ideas off of each other. She's been in the business for longer than I have. So, some stuff I might not be completely clear on, and she, she clears it up for me, or at least guides me to which direction I should go to find my answer. So yeah, it's really dope.
That's what's up. And I know before we got on, you were speaking about when you were able to go to conferences to get personal development and get gems. Like, did you care to expand on that a little bit more? Because you were saying how like you go there to be able to get things that the personal development part. Because I think that's like completely exited out of most of our minds. We don't understand like you have to invest mentally in yourself to understand what you're doing. So how big has, even though you said it's a great part, how do I want to say this question? How much effort do you put into your personal development? Whether it's a conference, is it like one of those things you do it once a month because cool? Is it something every day you try to get better at? Like, how is it for you as far as personal development or professional development?
Well, personal development, I do every single day. As far as like the professional development, those conferences, like on the smaller level, are once a month. Things have kind of changed with the coronavirus. We can't actually meet, but they're once a month, and then they're also quarterly, which is where we have like our big conferences that are the entire weekend. The ones that are monthly are just for one day.
Yep.
But the quarterly conferences, we have a kickoff in January. Then we have a leadership development weekend in April, and then we have what we call extravaganza, which is like the Super Bowl of Herbalife. And it's literally like 60,000 people there. Everyone does Herbalife. Like last year it was in New Orleans and we packed out the Superdome. So it's just like a lot of people, like it's mind blowing. And then in October we have the leadership development weekend again. And then those are
you learning year round. That's what's up. But I wanted to ask something else. What I was thinking about when you were speaking. So like hearing this, like, what would you tell somebody that, I know you're not in the business of convincing people. I get it. Like people got to want to invest in themselves. I get that. What would you tell somebody that was on the edge of wanting to do better, but truly didn't understand what it takes physically? We talking about physically, not mental, nothing else. Like what are some of the things you would tell those people that's on the fence about trying to have a healthier lifestyle? Like some of the benefits that you've seen while you've been taking this, whether it's your skin, whether it's your digestive system, whether it's your weight. What are some of the bigger benefits that you've seen?
Definitely weight loss and maintaining weight. Healthy hair, skin, and nails, like to the point where I wasn't even taking my multivitamin or my collagen beauty booster until the nail salons opened back up, because my nails grow so fast, like they're so healthy. So I'm like, I can't take this if everything's closed down. But mainly just what do you really have to lose?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If you're already at that point where you're like, I need to make a change. I mean, I don't want to say everybody's at rock bottom, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what does it really hurt to try?
Yes.
And again, that just takes it back to figuring out what your why is. Why is it that you want to make a change, and is it worth fighting for? Because if it is, then you'll fight for it. You know, you'll make that first step. And then a lot of times when people reach out to me, I let people know that you have to be committed. Because if you're not committed to the process,
you're not gonna get through anything.
Then you're not like that's with anything in life. But if you're not actually committed to the process, then it's not gonna work. Because a lot of people, they try and they get frustrated on the first day. What's the first day? That's just like being at a new job when you're not fully trained. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, do you quit on the first day, or do you keep going because you want to be employed? Absolutely. That's why the reason why you're doing it has to be strong enough. Otherwise, it's easy to quit. So, I mean, basically, I just say, why not?
That's dope. So before in closing, I want to ask, like, so for people that want to get in contact with you, like, how can they get in contact with you? If you have any challenges coming up, anything that you would like to share with people, where can they find you and what do you have? If you do have anything coming up, what is it?
I don't have any challenges coming up, but I do have a special promo for anyone who actually listens to this podcast. So if you go to my website, which is rain.goherbalife.com, If you go to my website, you can create a free profile. You can explore all the products or any of the products that I specifically just talked about. And when you check out, you use code RAIN20, like the number 20 at checkout. So that is a promo that I'm running specifically for this podcast. If you want to get in touch with me, have any questions about anything, my Instagram is _fit the number 2 rain. And then the email, you can send me a DM on Instagram.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool deal. So thank you so much for coming through. A lot of dope information. I appreciate you coming onto the podcast, educating us on the Herbalife and you as a person. So first and foremost, thank you for coming through.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was dope.
Absolutely. So it's your boy K.Mims, man. Miss Princess Houston, she came through, blessed the podcast. We're out. We'll catch y'all next time.
We the millennials, for real. We back and we working. All of these clowns like to stay in the circus. They do. K-Dot be bringing the proof, but none of these people like hearing the truth.
I'm not a fluke, I'm not a rat, I'm not a snake, cause I got your back. Now listen up closely as we spit facts. Now listen up closely and just relax.
Millennials versus the world. Okay. Millennials versus the world. Okay. Millennials versus the world. Okay. Millennials versus the world. What's up? Millennials versus the world. What's up? Millennials versus the world. Okay. Millennials versus the world. What's up?
Millennials versus the world.